and welcome to Mortgage Bank Half Hour. The role that financial institutions play in any society or even a state is very crucial. More so, some people see it as a yardstick that is used to measure the growth rate of the state. You can now imagine when the state is owned and it's owing a bank. Well, on that note, I welcome you to this short session that we're having to discuss banking, especially Mortgage Bank. I have with me here the MD and CEO of Gateway Mortgage Bank. I have with me here Mr. Olawale Oshisonya. Hello, sir.
Good morning.
It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Generally, in this part of the world, there's this concern about people's culture of savings. I don't know if it has ever occurred to you that some people are still skeptical. Is it okay to take your money to the bank? You know, there are many concerns. What's your view about it?
Well, in our own part of the world, in actual fact, because of the background we have, you know, we have different way of savings. You know, in those villages, you save inside your colo and whatever. So that has been part of what is affecting many people for not embracing, you know, the I would say a socialized way of savings. But however, it is good for you to know that you need to save. And not only saving, but you need to consider the safety of the money. And it is because of the safety of the money that banks are created. You know that, okay, you don't put your money under the pillow. You have a place where you keep it, where some people are responsible for the keeping with all the security needed to make sure it is safe. For that reason, you need to take your money to bank. For safety purposes.
Okay.
Though we can be talking about why people save. You know, there are two reasons why you save.
Okay.
One, you save for eventualities. There's something you don't know that may come. We are not God. You save for eventualities. You save for a purpose, you know. When I say a purpose, you know, is that, well, I know that my birthday is coming. I want to save towards the celebration. My wife is pregnant. I know after 9 months, by the grace of God, she must put to bed. I want to save. Oh, I need a car. I want to save for it. Or I need a home over my head. You can't just go to market and pick it. So I need to save towards it. Those are specific. You can save for. Yeah, you knew what you are saving for. But, you know, at times, things come you don't know that's going to come. It might be from the relative because they knew you are working and they have to call upon you. This is happening in the family, please. We need 10,000, we need 50,000. Those are things you don't know that will come. Nobody prepare for, okay, now you insure yourself about sickness. At times, one can be sick. You don't really, okay, no, I'm going to, so you may have something to lay your hand on. So that's why I say you have two reasons why people save: specific and eventualities.
Okay, like
unforeseen circumstances.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, now if I decide that I want to take my money to the bank because I want to save money in a more civilized way, the first question that people ask you when you enter the bank is, what kind of accounts do you want to open? And that brings me to this question. What are the various kind of accounts that one can open, and what kind of banks are we even talking about?
Okay. For that, if I take it from the various accounts you can open in the bank, each account has its own benefit and reason. That's why you see people asking, the people working in the bank ask you, what type of account do you want to open? After laying before you the type of account, they have as products.
Okay.
For example, if you are running a current account, you have access to your check. It's a benefit. Through by you can pay anybody, you know, you can use your check to pay. Number two, you can request for a loan on a current account. Those are benefits that are attached to it. apart from the fact that you two have responsibility, and they will tell you, fill form, we need referee, we need all that. If you are saving, if you are using savings account says that, okay, you don't need referee, but you cannot use check to withdraw on it. Beside the innovation that's coming up now, that's making to banks to merge the two together, whereby yes, you open savings account, you can do referee on it. Also, I can say yes, I can issue you a check that cannot be cleared through clearing. It's a different account entirely. It's an innovation. But normally, savings account will just ask you, you can come over the counter to withdraw money.
Okay.
So you too, you will think about, okay, how do I want to be running this account? Will I be sending somebody to go and withdraw? If you want to do that, you better open current account. But if you are going to be the one that will be coming to withdraw, doing transaction, you prefer a savings account. And apart from that, savings account have a regulated rate by individual bank that must be paid on whatever that is in the account at a time. But current account is not compulsory unless you negotiate. So we have we have account that's okay, no, it's just for my children. I just want to be saving for them. We have an account that says, okay, no, I want to build a house. That's what I'm saving. So various accounts like that are available, and the reason why you save is why you determine the one you want to use.
So there are many yardsticks to use to measure,
to measure which one.
Okay.
And now coming to the bank, you ask a second question, which type of bank? Now, you see, it depends. In this country now we have Apex Bank, which is the Central Bank of Nigeria. It's a regulatory bank. Below, we now have commercial banks. Next to that, we have mortgage institutions, mortgage banks. Before, we have microfinance institutions. Now, commercial bank, what they are doing is quite different from what mortgage institutions are doing, at least at a certain level. There's an area where mortgage institutions cannot go to, which commercial bank are dealing with. So if, for example, you are an importer or exporter, you rather go and approach commercial bank.
Okay.
Yeah, because they can trade in foreign exchange and all that. Okay. But it's a non-permissible area for a mortgage institution. Oh, no, I am a developer. I would advise you go to a mortgage institution. Go to a mortgage bank, not a commercial bank. That is precluded area for a mortgage institution. So it depends on what you are doing that make you to walk into, or your business that make you to walk into a certain bank. That this way I want to, patronize.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, I must say that we're in a digitized world where everyone is going global and they're going electronic. So now people don't want to do the traditional thing anymore. Some people still prefer the traditional thing, which is walking into bank. But a lot of people would rather do their transaction on the phone or via internet, So would you say that in Nigeria, especially here in Ogun State, would you say that we are compliant? Would you say we're ready? And what's your view about it generally? That's traditional banking versus electronic banking.
Fine, that would be determined from banks to bank. We can't generalize it that, okay, in Ogun State. If we're talking about Ogun State as a government, yes.
As a people.
Okay, as a people understanding it, or banks also being involved in it, I know quite well that any bank that is still sitting on traditional way of banking will definitely be losing ground. Yeah, will be losing ground, and when you're losing customer, you're losing ground. So therefore, all banks, I will expect now, is that as the situation is moving, as method of transaction is moving, transacting business is moving, you must move along with it. So I expect it, because if I want to talk about mortgage institution, which I belong to, honestly, in the issue of electronic banking, we move, far. So I expect that of any other bank. Then concerning the customers that are patronizing us, you may not like it. I could recollect there was a time I walked into the banking hall about a month ago, and I saw people, so many. I have to tell them, why are you here? Yes, why are you here? And so they want to collect one. Say, why don't you have your ATM card? We have a machine outside. Go out and take your money. In fact, I was going to say, okay, if you take less than a certain amount, I will charge you. Because the reason why we deploy ATM machine all around is so that, without any problem moving. Yes, just go there, collect your money. Even in the night, if not because of fear of security, you go there, you take your money. So it is very paramount and important that anybody, even not only in banking world, everywhere, everything you are doing now, everything is being digitalized. That you just have to know about. If you don't know, you'll be going backward in the society. That is what happens. So I want to believe in Ogun State, people are complying. Right? Those who have not been doing it, by the time they see people are doing it, they tell them, maybe instead of walking to the bank to them and go and pay somewhere now, if you have the app, you just all you need to go into your phone, transfer. Why some people are still walking around, and by they tell them that but I was just on my phone and I've done my transfer. Many are imbibing it gradually.
Okay, so mobile banking is the in thing as well as traditional banking.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Olawale. We've had this short session with Mr. Olawale right here from Gateway Mortgage Bank, but we're not done yet. We'll go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll talk more about banking.
This is OGTV, the People's Telly.
Good to know you're still with us on Mortgage Banking Alpha. Right here, I'm with Mr. Olawale Oshisanya. He's the MD CEO of Gateway Mortgage Banking. It's good to know you're still with us. And we were talking about something earlier on before we went on this short break. We talked about the attitude of people towards banking. But when we talk about mortgage banking, Gateway is what we call owned by Ogun State. What we call is 100% Ogun State's mortgage bank, and it's here to service the people of Ogun State. Can we say that really it's for a specific role, it's doing justice to the people of Ogun State?
Well, that question, yeah, definitely you expect me to say yes. But in most cases, customer will be able to say, okay, yes, are these people really doing what they're supposed to do? But that notwithstanding, I want to say that so far, with the present dispensation, with the support we got from the present head of the state, I mean, Ogun State, that is our very, very, active governor, Senator Ibukle Amosu NFC, we seem to be performing our role adequately now. For the past maybe 2-3 years ago now, we've really been more focused on what we're to do. Like I said earlier on, the responsibility of a mortgage institution is quite different from that of a commercial bank or microfinance. Though there are some overlapping responsibilities, because all banks are open for the purpose of sourcing fund. Okay. That is a general responsibility. But when it comes to discharging your responsibility back to the, your stakeholder, we have, permissible area and non-permissive area for individual. So far, I want to appraise Gateway Mortgage Bank within the state and even outside the state, having been very focused and then performing those responsibilities.
Oh, that's good news, because I know you took up the position of the MD in 2015, and this institution has been established since 2005. Yeah. Can you say that this recent development, it's changing from Gateway Savings and Loans to Gateway Mortgage Bank, has made a difference in recent times? That's great.
You see, when I like you refer back to 2005, which means you've been going along looking at the history of Gateway Savings and Loan when it was. Now, when we came in around 2.5 years now, it should be, we found out that, you know, the perspective, the way people look at Gateway Savings and Loan is quite different from what it should be. You know, people see, they walk in, they will tell you, they don't see you as a bank that should be collecting money. Oh yeah, some will tell you that, oh, you are to give us loan to go and buy house.
Microfinance bank.
In fact, they like you to be like a microfinance bank, be a alajo, I will say. This one you are just to give us. So that is what we try to erase. From people's change their orientation. And apart from that, even those who are educated, enlightened people, they seem to be seeing savings and loans as a second-rated financial institution.
What are those things you have put in place to ensure this is done?
So to ensure that is changing that name first.
Yeah. What are the services you render?
To tell them that, okay, change, we too, we appear like a commercial bank. Number two, we brought in some products. Okay. Because we are there to make sure that you have a roof over your head. So we started by saying that, okay, to have a roof over your head, you need land. Okay, if you want to buy land, if you come to me, I have a product for you. That's okay. I've seen a land I want to buy. I have so amount. I need additional money. I have a land acquisition account. Now I've got a land already. I just need you for building. I have an account, home savings account, which says, okay, fine. Do your BOQ. Let me see, BOQ means bill of quantity. Do it and bring it. Let's see the amount you're going to spend, and let's see what you have. We join with you. We know when you are going to, how long it's going to take you to pay. Then you can build a house. No, I've even built one. I just want to expand it. You know, we call it home improvement or expansion. You know, I have a product for that. That's okay. Because you see, the mistake we make in this part of the world is that we don't look at what we need now. We look at what we want. Like I used to tell people, I said, if you tell me what do I want as a home now, I will tell you where does a governor live. Yeah, I want to live there.
But there are more important
but can I afford to live in that one right now? Is it not I just need a flat right now? Why can't you get away flat?
About that, you know, this recent information that Nigeria presently is running about 70 million housing deficit. Are you doing anything? Maybe you're partnering with
to address
to address the situation.
Very good. You know, that 17 million actually, I've told many people that well, statistics in Nigeria is not always very correct. It's not true. It's not true in the sense that the mortgage institution and developers have been working at par. Okay. So developers are building houses that people cannot afford. Now look at it. Go to Lagos. You see many houses there.
What is your institution doing about
what we have done is that we've devised a method. We come out with a product, or I would say, what will I call it now? I will remember. So we come out with a product whereby we can appraise you first, pre-qualify you first, to know what type of house will you be able to buy.
Beautiful. That's a different,
it's a different dimension entirely.
So that means that you know better and you'll be able to, considering my pocket.
Yes.
I don't have what it takes, but you have what it takes. But I have the money.
Exactly. So I'll be able to pre-qualify you when you fill that form, and be able to tell you, as I'm looking at you with all the conditions you're giving to me, with all your data, this is the type of house you can afford now. I can assist you to do. So that's what we have done to address it. If that has been done before, all the houses we're seeing not occupied in Nigeria will have been occupied. You go to Abuja, go to Lagos, you see houses, even in Ogun State here, which people cannot afford to buy. So that's why I'm saying the deficit of 17 million is not actually true.
Okay.
And we have houses. It is affordability of people we're talking about.
Okay.
People cannot afford it.
Okay, I want to talk about the situation of things here in Ogun State. I know the governor injected about 2.5 million just to make sure that we are at par with our competitors in terms of banking. What are you doing? What is that then we're going to say, okay, after this program now, I'm thinking of making my life better, especially in terms of banking. What is your organization, your institution doing about it? What do you have for us?
Okay, once more, you know, I want to give glory to God and also thank His Excellency, Senator Ible-Kamosi and FCA for what he has done, just like what you said, by recapitalizing Gateway Mortgage Bank. So what we're doing recently now to make sure that, okay, this what he has done, we're able to pay back to the people of Ogun State, is aligned with developers. Like we have OPIC, Ogun State Property Development Corporation there, which we align with to, as they're building, we are lending towards the eventual off-takers. We have Ogun State Housing Corporation also. Recently, they're building some houses at Okeata. We are the one financing the buyers.
So 2.5 billion is not it's not taken. It's not taken for granted. Do you have branches? Do you have plans on building branches?
Yes. Yes. Coming to the issue of branches, you know, I do tell people. I said banking has gone beyond mortar and brick now. Yeah, because of the electronic device, you can be here and be transacting business in any bank. But however, we have policy of spreading. Right now, we have a branch in Abeokuta here, one in Ota, and we are going to open one on Monday, 23rd of this month, at Mowe.
Mowe?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
A very good place. We invite all of you. Be there to join us.
Well, what can I say? Time is never a friend of anyone. I must say that the information that you have given to me today concerning my relationship with my bankers and my bank, of course, it's very enlightening. And I believe my viewers out there to feel the same. I want to say a big thank you, Mr. Olawale, for coming on OGTV.
Thank you very much.
And if you have learned something, I want to encourage you to save and also do it right. I'm Caroline Odebi, and I say have a very good time. Bye-bye.